Howdy, folks. I'm Doctor McFarland. It is Tuesday. I made dinner tonight. I put the kids to bed. And now I'm ready to rock. So I hope you're ready to rock. Please come in, leave a comment. Let me know your name, where you're from. And I got my own topics I want to talk about tonight, but you let me know what you want to talk about, and we're going to have some fun. So what did I title this stream? Oh, Kiesel. So this is a new Kiesel headless Delos, which is very neat. So let me go over to my other view here so you can see it. So headless means it has no headstock. And I did another video probably last Sunday, 2 Sundays ago. I don't remember. I came home from church and I had to do some doctoring on a guitar. So it was a cool experience learning how to change strings on a headless guitar. And this one is essentially a guitar that I saw on the Kiesel website. It's just a good old sunburst finish. And this is a raw tone finish, which means you can see the wood grain through the paint there. And I can't remember the bridge pickup, but these are Mark singles. And then I think this is either maybe a beryllium or something. I don't remember. I have to look at the spec sheet. It is a different sounding guitar than all my other guitars. I mean, literally all the other guitars. These Mark singles are very single coily, very low output, but very sweet sounding. So when you need that sweet sound coming down on the night shift, yeah, I went there. I said it. Then those pickups provide it. So here's position 4. Elizabeth is in the house. What up, Elizabeth? I see Thomas McFarland. I don't know if that's actually his last name, but it's really cool if it is. He plays a lot of headless guitars, and they are very balanced. They don't neck dive, they don't do anything. They just stay put right where they're at, which is great. It is a little weird tuning back here because as you push, this is a trim system, so as you push, the strings naturally go sharp, and then you have to wait for it to come back and see where it is on the tuning, but not a big deal. We got Francis in the house. What up, Francis? So we have a Canadian and a Californian so far. This is gonna be a fun night, folks. It's gonna be a fun night. Elizabeth, I'm doing well. Many blessings to you and your family at Christmas time and the New Year. Everyone's doing great so far. No broken bones or anything. We've had a little bit of the sniffles. I don't think it's full-on flu by any means, but definitely some nasal congestion, some sore throats, stuff like that. You know, it's going around here in Middle Tennessee, which I'm sure it's going around everywhere in America. But everyone's doing fine, and we're staying safe and enjoying life as the best we can. So hope everything's going good with you and your family. I did see a recent family photo on Facebook that was very nice. So very blessed to have a family there, and whatever kind of family you have, right? I'm not forgetting you, Francis. I know you got a family out there somewhere. I'm an idiot. Okay. See, I need more people to comment so I can say, hey, blessings to your family, because I don't know who you are yet. So that sounds nice. That's the neck pickup. This is the 4 position. That glassy kind of cracky sound. telling you, I am a sucker for a sunburst, and this will do me in right here. This is dying and going to heaven type of guitar look. I love it. It's just a good classic color, but on a more modernized guitar. You know, you still got the trim right here. Really nice hip shot Kiesel trim, and then Mark singles, as I said before. The Perloid pick guard, so it kind of has a nice little sheen and look to it. This is a see the back, really nice back. Hey, you got a nice back there, guitar, really nice. And we have a roasted maple fretboard and neck, so these things are just super smooth. They are not cheap, but if you're wanting a guitar that literally lasts you the rest of your life, these have stainless steel frets. They have a 5-year warranty. Anything goes wrong in 5 years, they'll fix it or replace it. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. Or no, I don't know about replacing, but they'll definitely do something. And yeah, it sounds really good. I like it. Okay, so that's the middle position. Here's position 2. Scroll down here. I'm losing my comments. Dennis Myers. Hello, Dennis. These are Kiesel pickups. So these are the Marks singles. And I want to say this is a beryllium. I really do. Let me go get my spec sheet real fast. And I will let you know what they are. I will let you know what they are. I'm on a short leash. Short leash. Yeah. Okay. I am back and better than ever. Apparently. Let me put the strap around. I'm definitely going to get a different strap. This one is just a small, tiny one. Small and tiny. And all right, so we got 12-inch radius, raw tone, ultra thin satin finish, classic sunburst, 22 frets, roasted maple neck, roasted maple fretboard. Yes, sir. Dot shape inlays. These are the black inlays, which I think look good. They tie in really well with the black on the body. Install Mark single coils. What is the bridge pickup? Neck center singles hum bridge. I know, but what's the actual pickup? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Oh no. I really think it's a. I feel like it's a beryllium. I really do. I'll have to look at. At my email when I ordered it, but it's fine. It's all good, man. All I know is it sounds good. It does sound good. Didn't know they're known for the pickups. Actually, they in 1946 they wound their own pickups. They made their own pickups and also made their own lap steel guitar type instruments. And then something happened with a lawsuit. I don't think it was the Mr. Kiesel's fault of something. But anyway, he had to change the name to. I think there was a business deal that went down that he wanted to get out of. So he therefore took the first 3 letters of his 2 sons' names and slammed them together, and he made Carvin. And most of you know Carvin guitars from the little catalogs you would get back in the 80s and 90s. You can customize your own carving guitar. Steve Vai also played carving amplifiers. I can't remember the exact model name, maybe like a V3 or whatever it is. But anyway, Kiesel / Carvin has been around since 1946, making custom electronics, amplifiers, guitars. I think in 2009-ish, Jeff Kiesel, which is the grandson of the late Mr. Kiesel, the original Kiesel, he took over the custom shop and went back to the Kiesel name. And Mark Kiesel, which is the father, or he's the son of the original Kiesel, and Jeff is the grandson. So Mark Kiesel, the father, makes the pickups and does more of the electronic side of things, and then Jeff Kiesel, the grandson, does all the custom shop beauties, as you see here. So, and they got a great team. If you're going to be in NAMM at the Elizabeth, you're in California, so you could probably go to this. I don't know where you are in California, but if you want to go to the NAMM show area and go check out there's a Kiesel, basically a Kiesel day that you can just go for free. It's from like 9 to 5. You can go to the factory and get tours, look at their showroom, play on actual guitars, talk to all the people like Jeff and Flock and all the people that work there. And I hope I get to go to NAMM this year with my company, Harrison Audio. I doubt I will be able to get away to go to the Kiesel thing. I would love to do that, but yeah, I think it'd be really neat. But anyway, if you're into custom guitars, that you get to choose the body style, the neck, the finish, the pickups, the inlays of the fretboard, all that stuff. Kiesel is a great way to go. The prices are going up. It's funny because I keep seeing YouTube videos of different models that came out like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was like starting at like $10.99, and now they've went up like $500 to $800 since then. So, and there's going to be more price increases because as the economy, the dollar goes down, then everything just costs more. Materials cost more, labor costs more, so therefore it does cost more to get these custom guitars. But like I said, stainless steel frets. I could play a D chord literally for years on end without stopping, and I'll never get dips in those frets. They'll just stay nice and smooth, just like the day they installed them. So it's very comforting. Comforting was the word I was looking for. To know that I can literally play on this guitar forever, or the rest of my life anyway, and not worry about fret dressing, replacing frets, any of that stuff. This neck is buttery smooth. Man, it feels good. So I'm sure you can go to a local store and buy a Squire for $200, and it might feel good to you. I understand, but when you buy a custom guitar, it really is made to be your own, and every appointment about it is just well worth the money. So yeah, we got a few people watching here. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Carvin Legacy is what Steve Vai plays for sure. I think they've added look at that. They've added a little thing here. Every time I open up Ecamm Live, I keep getting a little update thing saying, "Hey, we've added more features and bug fixes and whatever else." So that's cool. Here's the neck pickup. Here's the bridge. All right, I'm going to have some fun here. I'm going to go over to my headrush, and I'm going to, what do I want to do? I'm going to save as a new rig and call this Prince A and B for ambient. And I'm going to add one reverb block here that sounds, I think it sounds really good. I'm going to do an updated video to my Headrush Reverb Sucks video, which they don't, I mean, they're not horrible. They're just not as good in some aspects as other units. But we're going to go to the party verb. And we're going to go to the Lush Sparkle sound. And check this thing out. This is great. Okay, something like that. We can, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that cab. I'm going to add the auto swell right before that. Which is where? Where's my auto swell? It's under volume. Okay. Raise up the attack. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice shimmery sound. I really like it. Where's my other reverb here? Yeah, it's fine. I'm actually just going to bring this up. Move this over. Hello. Let's go to the these are all the rigs I made last night for my Headrush tone sculpting. Why is the JC 120 or 120 on the right side? Doesn't make sense. Now this one sounds good because it's got the I'm actually going to bring up the cut on this. Okay, enough of that. Making my sweet tones over here. Cool. I like it. 2 hours from San Francisco. I've never been to California, so it'll be fun if I can get out there. Kiesel builds them the best. Yeah, they do. They do a lot of things standard that other companies charge extra for and don't do at all. They do have titanium steel truss rods, so this neck will never move. It'll never bend or shift because of the weather. All the wood grain, they use only quarter sawn necks. They don't use flat sawn at all. Quarter sawn means the grain goes the width of the length of the neck instead of going the width of the neck. So this neck is about as strong and as stable as it's ever going to get. It's not going to move. It's just the structurally is just very, very good. I love looking at this finish. It is a nice finish. I really like it. Right now, I'm currently using the RME UFX interface, but I did get we got some SSL 12 interfaces. Let me show you what these are. I'm not sure who they're meant for, but I definitely took one and took it out of a box and tried it out. And I really like it. For the most part, the vast majority of what I do here in the studio is using one, if not two microphones. And everything else is all digital, like amp maulers. I have digital drums. I use Superior Drummer for a lot of my drum production stuff. And it's just not imperative that I have 28 inputs when I'm not even using my 16 ADAT channels right now at all. Like nothing's plugged into them. I'm literally just using one microphone for my voice. A guitar is going through a head rush. I have an Arturia keyboard right here in front of me to do piano type stuff, electronic drums. I just don't need lots of inputs. So what I might do to free up some cash, since I have been buying a few guitars here lately, is sell off my pretty much all my mic pre's here. The RME interface, the two audio fuse ADAT port, or not ports, but well, I'll probably keep one of the audio fuses because that'll give me at least 8 more inputs if I need it. But really just use this thing here. Let me show you. So this is the SSL 12, and it's a 12N, which means it does have 4 mic line inputs. And those can double up with the instrument inputs on the front. Then you have an extra 8 inputs via ADAT. That's very, very cool. So you can see here on the back, we got the 4 mic lines and then a little ADAT in for your extra 8 inputs. And we have two pairs of outputs. And also the headphones on the front can be, so you got 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it can have 8 outputs, which is why it's called, well, not called, but this is why they say it's a 12 in, 8 out type thing. It does come with a lot of software, Ceremony, which I already have. Auto-Tune Unlimited. I'm sure it is limited, but you got to pay for it. Maybe after when the time is up, possibly. It does have Amplitude in there, which is cool. OK Multimedia, Ableton Live Lite. I've never got into Ableton Live, but lots of people use it very well. So anyway, I'm thinking I can put my head rush on top of my rack here, put this on the rack tray so it slides out. I can tuck it away if I need to, and then just pull it out when I want to adjust mic pre-gain or something. Because I don't need to show it like all the time. But it is there in the rack when I need it. And then that'll free up some other space down here in the rack itself. And also free up some cash, which is always good. More than likely, I'll move my headphone distribution system up a few slots in the rack over here. So anyway, enough about me and SSL. I just find it, and it's USB powered, so that means you don't have to have a separate power supply. So it's great for guys with laptops. Maybe you throw a laptop in this interface in a backpack. You can literally go anywhere in the world, set up a small little podcast deal, or maybe do some recording in a hotel room, or really just record anywhere. And then with the 360 software from SSL, you can control headphone mixes. You can do loopback, which is great for live streaming, which is what I'm doing right now. And I find it to be very, very good. So I think the price is $500, which I feel like that's a pretty good price for that, for all that you're getting. And it can go up to 192 sample rates if you need it to, kind of deal. And yeah, you got all your 360 software right there. So there's other, where is this picture? Yeah, there's the 360 software, your SSL control room. So if you ever use like Apollo Twins or something, It's very similar to that, where you can make your own mixes. You can't add plugins, so you can't really EQ or compress anything on the way in, but I feel like that's fine. As long as you capture the sound cleanly, you can always screw it up later. You can just mess it up later if you want. All right, guys. So the next thing on the list here of topics is the Kemper player, or the profiler player. So this is a brand new Kemper device. And, oh, Greg Barth is in the house. What up, Greg? What up, Greg? I got the new guitar. Got the new guitar right here. It's pretty cool. Let's go back to my default. Actually, this one. No, this one. Sorry. There's the new guitar. Headless Delos. Sounds great. Love it. So, very unique sound. It's working well for me so far. I've only had it a few hours, so it literally came today. But back to the Kemper Profiler Player. So, the Little Green Beast Premium Pedal. Essentially, this is just, you can't capture or you can't profile anything with this unit. You can only, well, it does have an XLR out, so maybe eventually it can, but it's just meant to play the profiles that you have already made or you've purchased from a third party, or you've received from your friend or whatever that is. It is made in Germany. Little Green Monster, the son of a profiler, the Kemper Profiler Player, Premium Pedal, Concepts and Features. Now it can do up to 4 effects, 2 before the amp and 2 after the amp. So this is not going to be an end-all be-all kind of unit. But if you want to put it at the end of your signal chain, maybe you got a pedal board, you want an amplifier of some sort, or you can even do 4-cable method. So that way you got your drives go into the input or before the amp, and then you can insert other pedals like reverb and delay, as well as using the internal reverb and delay or tremolo or whatever you want those to be. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's $698. I myself at this time will pass. I will not be getting this unit. This does really nothing for me. And if I were to get a Kemper again, it would be the Kemper Stage. That was the one I did like that overall. And I had a lot of really good profiles to use. Some great clean sounds, some great overdrive sounds, lead tones type stuff. So yeah, I felt like the Kemper was a good unit. There were some drawbacks that I didn't feel like was worth keeping for, especially since I'm a big head rush guy. I recently got a Toemaster Pro. I also have a Helix. I also have a Fractal. So having the Kemper, yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I just feel like other units are more worth my time at this point. But congratulations to Kemper. They came up with something really neat. It does have Bluetooth built in. You can control it with a phone or a tablet. So that's really cool. You can use it for acoustic. Use dedicated acoustic profiles to tame the piezo pickups of your acoustic guitars. That's really, really neat. I would probably look into that. Choose the liquid profiles from your rig packs and the factory content and rig manager. Unparalleled spongy Kemper Spring Reverb will be your go-to always on effects. Nice. The profiler users say is the best digitally modeled spring reverb ever. Spring Reverb will be your go-to always on effect. Okay, neat. For vintage amp connoisseurs. This was great for bass players that just want a small little unit. And there's a picture somewhere that showed, see the profiler stage is only $15.99. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. It's a really good deal. Show the back of it. There's that back, sweet back. expression pedal input, headphones. Hey, hey. I would actually buy this over the FM3. Let's just say that. I mean, I know it doesn't have any screens or anything, but just for a little device that you can throw in a bag and, you know, call up some very simple patches here and there, you know, it might be worth it. But I'm not going to do anything at this time. Nothing tonight, anyway. Definitely nothing tonight. Let's check the comments here. Check the comments. Greg says he wants one of those Kempers. I'm sure he does. They are cool. Yes, I love this Kiesel. It is very fun. Very lightweight, very balanced. It doesn't like neck drop or dive bomb or anything. Okie doke. Let me go back to my 5 rig here. Back to my Princeton reverb rig. Just a nice clean tone. You can also throw in, get back to my stomps. You can also throw in some vibrato. Hey now. I am really looking forward to just wearing this thing out, dude. Dude and dudettes. This thing is great. Plays like butter. It feels so smooth. This neck is just so smooth. Just for fun, this is another guitar that I've put an order in for. And this is one of those deals to where I used the builder on the Kiesel website to make what I wanted. And then I saw this picture of the same model and I was like, whoa. Whatever that is, just make me that. It looks like a PRS, I know, but it's a California carved top. And this is Kiesel's homage to PRS, I guess. It's got the volume and the tone, the 3-way toggle switch. This is going to have gold hardware, gold covered pickups. Excuse me. It's going to have flame maple fretboard and abalone inlays on the fretboard, and mahogany neck, mahogany body. You can see the binding, the natural wood binding, the maple top binding there on the side. Yeah, I sold a Les Paul last week just for this occasion. I was like, you know what? I really want to invest into some Kiesels right now, and that means other guitars have to go. So if you're looking into getting some Eastmans or maybe some Reverend guitars, let me know, because I will be selling off my stash of other guitars. And not that other guitars aren't great, they are. I love all guitars, but when you've played a nice custom instrument like a Kiesel, I know there's other Kiesel or other custom, people out there that do great work. But once you've played a guitar that's just like custom, it feels great. The frets will never wear out. I find it hard pressed to ever go back to anything else, really. I have an old Epiphone Sheraton I will never sell. I have a Eastman guitar I got for my 40th birthday I will never sell. But everything else is on the chopping block, folks. I'm definitely going to be selling off my my expensive interface and mic pre's and just go with a very stripped down kind of setup. Because I don't need to cater to every single scenario out there in the world. I just need to stay in my lane. I know what I do on a daily basis, and I just need the tools for recording and live streaming and making videos. So, all right, that's about all for that. What else is on the list? Let's check some of the comments here. Oh, I don't want to know what's happening in the padded pedal room. Sounds dangerous. Pedals here. Yeah, I saw, Francis, you had you got the new Boss IR2, which is really neat. Also the HX1 from line 6. That's a cool pedal. If you like one effect at a time, it basically replaces the M5 that they had years ago. So Greg Barth has some new Gen 4 IRs coming out soon, and then Greg, I promise after this video I will try whatever you sent me to try. I will be doing that. Yeah, the Boss IR2, line 6 HX1, so just fooling around with those at the moment. And yeah. So Greg is going to be introducing some 1960 greenbacks, Mezzo V30s, and Vox, and now Nika Blues and stuff. That's neat. Really digging the IR2. I have not touched my Prime since I got it. The thing about that is, obviously the IR2 from Boss does not have effects built in. But it's essentially a Boss Katana in a pedal form. It's a pedal size. So all the cleans and overdrives you'd ever want, I'm sure, are in there. And you can do A/B switching or channel switching. So you can just make your settings however you want on channel A, make your settings however you want on channel B, and then just switch back and forth. Let me go to a website real fast here. I did have a good meeting with some nice people from Quilter Amps or QuilterLabs.com. And I've owned so many Quilters over the years. And they're all great, honestly. They're really, really good. They have acquired New Neighbor. Let's look at the effects pedals here. What is this thing? Illumin Reverb. Wow, that's a high class reverb right there. Reverberator, Tri-Chorus Plus. These are some expensive pedals. Seraphim Shimmer. Iconoclast Speaker Emulator. That thing's been around for a long time too. Yeah, so I had a good conversation with these guys today, and they're doing things right. Made in the USA of U.S. and imported parts. Nice. So this is a state-of-the-art guitar speaker and cab emulation. Instead of using static IRs, impulse responses that cannot be adjusted in real time, Iconoclast uses proprietary filters to parameterize the speaker and cabinet, allowing you to simply and intuitively dial in the sound you've been looking for. Neat. No amp, no problem. So I'm guessing that it has some kind of amp simulation built in. Because, I mean, what's a speaker emulation without an actual amp? Because it has a low, mid, high, and a gate. Yeah, I'll watch some videos on it. I've owned the Tone Block 202 in the past. I've owned the 101 Reverb. Let's look at the heads here. Let's see what I've owned so far. I haven't owned anything on the top row. I've owned the Tone Block 202, the 101 Reverb. I haven't tried the Overdrive 202. Then there's a Phantom Block, which is basically is a little amplifier that has an XLR balanced out. So you could put this at the end of your pedal board as well for $99. And just you got master, tone, and gain. You got your input, then your output. You can have a FR option or a cab sim on there, and external power or 9-volt battery. So all kinds of solutions these days to amplify your guitar, or either go direct for recording or whatever you're doing. So it looks like they've really scaled back a lot of their amp options. The 101 Reverb, this thing is like a deluxe or a Princeton. And it sounds perfect. It really does. It's a great sound. What does the back of this thing look like? It's not coming up. And you're not seeing anything I'm seeing. I'm sorry. I thought I switched it over. Up to 50 watts, 3-band EQ. Now what's cool is when you crank the gain or crank the mid-range on this amp, you add a lot more dirt, which is really neat. So the bass and treble controls use traditional tone stack technology, yielding a familiar bright chime based on the 50 years of tradition, while the active mid control provides a more strongly voice cut boost function for increased versatility. Increasing the mid control boosts the frequencies that give an aggressive D-style bite to the sound, while decreasing mids brings out that more familiar clean 60s blackface tone. Weighing only 2 pounds, the 101 Reverb is so light you'll think you forgot to put the guts in. Even with the same compact footprint, it has more than enough power to bring any cabinet to life. So this is a good straight ahead head. But honestly, I had the Tone Block 202 because it has this signal out. There's a separate volume than your master volume up there. And then later they actually had in the guitar combo area, I actually have the US Cub, the Aviator Cub US. I feel like the internet's being a little slow. There's also Aviator Cub UK, which has more of the Voxy type sounds on it. So it has an AC top boost, and a JMP. For all your British rock needs, you can easily just add some effects to this and go clubbing and play pretty much anywhere you want. It has an eminent speaker, 12-inch, 50-watt power handling, and it is very lightweight. Very, very, very lightweight. So $700 for that. Pretty good deal. Let's go back to my original view here. Okay. Elizabeth says, "I'm going to put the girls to sleep." Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Elizabeth, and we will see you around in the next live stream, probably in 2024 or something like that. Something like that. All right, back to my my view here. So the last topic on my list tonight is the Fedex. So this got delivered to a FedEx pickup location in Murfreesboro. And the woman there, she was just really excited for me. She's like, "Oh, what'd you get?" You know, it's like, "Okay, well, let me get it out of the box. You can see it." And she was just very sweet and very excited. And we hugged. We bonded over a beautiful guitar. And she had great hair, which I have no hair, so I'm always jealous of people with great hair. But if you're out there, FedEx lady, thank you and God bless and Merry Christmas. And the other FedEx employees, they were like, "Oh, it's so cool, man! It's a cool guitar." I was like, "Yeah, thanks for delivering it for me." Okay, let's actually go to. I uploaded a new backing track to the website. And this time I'm going to make sure the volume levels are good. Because last time they were not. And I felt very embarrassed. We should be coming out of the computer down here. Make sure that's about the same volume on both. So if you have not known, I have been doing backing tracks this year. And my goal by January 1st is to have all the backing tracks done. I'm a little behind, about 3 months behind. So that means I need to do about 12 backing tracks. But I finished one today, so I got about 11 left to go. As long as the rest of the months of October, November, December don't have five of them. Actually, that would be so that's 12. Yeah, I got about 11 left to go. So not a big deal. Let's see what my volume levels are here. And we'll go to this view. So this is October 6th, groove, key of D major, 90 beats per minute. And hopefully this is a good volume for you guys. It's a little hot in my headphones, so I'll bring it down here. Tube screamer. Let's go to Yeah, so far, I mean, I like the really single coily sound for certain things. But I feel like my DiMarzio Area 61s would be a better fit for my ears. Something that's humbucking, something that's a little bit thicker in sound. It'll match that bridge pickup a little bit more. And they still give you a good single coil sound, but yeah, they're just a little bit, have a little bit more muscle than these single coils. So what that would mean, I'll probably live with these for a little bit, do some recording with them, kind of break them in, and then I'll do a video where I'll play the Mark singles and then switch them out for the DiMarzios, and then do another recording with those of the same kind of licks, and then play them back to back so you can hear what the difference is. I mean, it's really nothing against Mark and what he did with the design. It's just my ears want to hear more, a little bit more muscle. I like having humbucking single coil size pickups. That way I don't have to worry about noise and, you know, hum and buzz and stuff like that. So I'm not a big fan of. So yeah. But really, pickups are a very personal thing to everybody. And what sounds great to one person might be total trash to somebody else. So not saying these are trash by any means. They're fine. I just prefer a little bit more something. Oh, man. Let's see. What else do I have in here? E flat. E flat. E flat. E flat. E flat. Let's try this back in track. See what I did here. C minor. C minor. All right, here's the orange rig. Whoops, I'm not used to playing an E flat. Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. All right, for tonight. That was fun. I've gone for about an hour now. That's a good length. Oh no! What? Let me catch up on the catch up here. Curtis Chavez. Did you see that Kemper has a new pedal? Yes, I've already talked about that. Just talked about it. It looks like a good pedal. If you already have some profiles and you want to stick them on the end of a pedal board, or just use it as a standalone, Kemper profile player kind of deal, because it has headphones. You can record with it. It has Bluetooth. You can control it with an iPhone or an iPad or a phone or a tablet. Android, or should be Android. You should be able to use it with Android. If not, it might just be an Apple thing, but I doubt it. They use all kinds of phones and tablets to control their stuff. So, yeah, it's fine. For $700, I think you'd be better off. I would be better off with a Head Rush, or maybe even like an HX Stomp or something like that, because you have a little bit more flexibility. It does have a screen. It has scribble strips, so you can actually see what you're doing. Otherwise, you have to edit everything on a computer or phone or tablet. And if that's the kind of thing that you like, then fine. They're cool. But at this point, with me owning a Head Rush, a Toemaster Pro, a Fractal, which I do have for sale. I'm going to sell off the Axe FX 3. I might get an FM3 later down the road if they add the gapless switching to the FM units, like the FM9 and FM3. That would really open up the possibilities for the FM3, since it can only do one amp block and one reverb block. That would give you the ability to switch amp channels with zero gap, very similar to what the Kemper does. Kemper has very fast, latency-free, gapless switching between all their rigs and on and off states of their pedals and stuff. So if Fractal added the gapless switching to the FM units, I think that would be worth it to at least have an FM3, and then I can still keep my my FC12 foot controller, so I can have more switches, like bigger screens, more switches, more access to all the scenes and presets and all that stuff, but have essentially a smaller unit I can just throw in a backpack and still have 3 switches that I can pretty much assign however I want. Because they all have tap and hold functions, and that just allows you to access all your scenes, whatever effects blocks you want. You can put it on a desktop and do some recording with. You can put it on the floor and go to a jam night if you want. But it would definitely be a thing where I wait until I know for sure that gapless switching has come to the FM series, and then I would invest into the FM3 Mark II. Unless Fractal comes along with a whole nother unit, which I don't really see them doing anytime soon, because the FM series has been going so well. But if they came out with a form factor more like the AX8, but they had scribble strips, I did like that form factor a lot. It's pretty much the same form factor as the Toemaster Pro, maybe just a little bit wider. Actually, the AX8 was more like a Quad Cortex, but just bigger. But the Toemaster Pro it definitely fits the form factor and the size and the workflow a lot better than the Fractal unit at this point. And really, if I got a Fractal again after selling this Axe FX, it would just be for making videos, because I don't really need it. But it is cool to have something that's like cream of the crop, as people say in the industry. Fractal is very respected. They have a lot of great sounding amps and effects. It's just that gapless switching not being there right now on the FM series kind of gives it a drawback to what it could be later down the line. So yeah, I will not be buying any Kemper stuff anytime soon. Francis says he tried the Toemaster FR at the store, and it seems to be a little colored and not as flat as other FRs. Maybe. That's disappointing. I think I'm going to give the Landy a shot. Yeah, I have the Landy LFR right over here, and it is a beast and well worth the money. Sounds great. Thanks for the guitar. Really sounds good. But you also play great and make it sing. Well, that's good. Other than the random notes of silliness and off pitch, my color notes, if you will. Yeah, I do have the Lanny, and it is really good. That Lanny is really good. That's okay, Curtis. I kind of talked about the Kemper around the 20-ish, 30-ish minute mark. Yeah, no problem. Does the Revolver software sound the same as Revolver on the Prime and Core? Yes, it does. All the Headrush and Revolver amps and effects sound exactly the same to me. But the plugin does not talk to the unit at all. It's just a plugin. It's not meant to be a controller or a desktop editor of any kind. Man, I just keep looking at this guitar, and I'm sorry. It is flipping gorgeous. I love it. Actually, I'm going to do one more backing track just because I can. I'm going to do the blues groove in G minor that I did a few weeks ago. And here's my plan for 2024 backing tracks. Basically, January, there's 12 months, and there is 12 separate keys in the chromatic scale. So January is all going to be in the key of C, and then February is going to be C sharp. March is going to be D. April is going to be E flat. Then you got F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and then you're back to C again in the next January. So that means I'm going to do some kind of pop groove, some kind of blues groove, a jazz groove, and maybe like a high gain, energetic kind of something groove. And that should give me a really good format for the different weeks of the month. And that way I can make sure I cover different genres really well. So that means if I'm trying to catch up on the month of October would be I think October would be the key of A. So I probably need to go ahead and do some key of A things in October. And then November will be B flat or A sharp, whatever you want to call it. I would call it B flat. And then December is all going to be in the key of B. So I'll do my best to finish these up. There are only 11 more. So I need 3 more blues. I need 3 jazz, 3 pop, and then 3 rock style something or other. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be really cool. I'll make that happen. I will make that happen. Yeah. So here's the groove. Here it is. Internet will work. Now, quick story on this. The drums and the bass are MIDI, but I had my amplifier in the dining room with my laptop. So I actually recorded the guitar with my laptop microphone, and that's why you hear that really roomy type sound. But the bass and the drums are more direct and in your face. So I think this is a pretty cool sound. I'm sorry, that is not blues. Where's that blues groove I just did? Oh, it's this one. It's in the key of A. Here we are. So just straight up blues, nothing too fancy. All right, so you can let me play it for you a little bit. One more. Ha! I could play that at least for 10 minutes. So all my backing tracks are 10 minutes long. This is what I tell all my students, my current students and past and present and future students. If you have 5 minutes, sit down with a metronome, like an app on your phone or like a little ticky little thing you see on pianos or whatever kind of metronome you have. Sit down for 5 minutes, set a timer for 5 minutes so you know how long you've been doing it. And if you're a beginner, pick 2 chords, just 2, and just wear them out back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Go from a G chord, right? Then go to a C chord. Then go back to a G chord. And try to get that muscle memory going with your fingers in your brain. Because, I mean, music is a language just like English or Spanish or German. The more you use it, the more you study it and you learn to speak it, read it, and write it, the better you understand all this stuff about what you're hearing on the radio, what you hear on your favorite records or your favorite singles or your favorite Spotify playlist, however you listen to music. The more you know about music theory and as it pertains to a language, you can tell when a chord is going from a 1 to a 4 or a 1 to a 6 minor or a 5 to a 2 minor chord or just whatever the chord progression is. You don't really even need to know the key, but you can start hearing and understanding those intervals of notes and chords. So if you got to figure out a solo by ear and you don't have anyone to teach you, then understanding what a major scale is, understanding what a pentatonic scale is, and just knowing what all that stuff is helps you in learning music, playing music, better playing with other people, whether you're at church or a jam, friend night, or a blues rock band in your garage, or understanding how to better write melodies, how to write better lyrics, all the stuff that goes into actually making music. So this is what my backing tracks course is for 2023. It's a one-time $20 payment. And then when 2024 rolls around, it's going to be another one-time $20 payment, and you get all the backing tracks for that year. So it's very, very cheap. It's not the same as taking actual lessons. I'm just basically giving you tracks to play along with, but this does give you a great way to sit down for at least 10 minutes at a time. And I give you the chords right there on the screen, as you can see here. And you're like, okay, I see an A and a D and an A and a D, D, A, A, E, D, A, E, F, E. Okay, what are those chords? Most of the time, you can figure out what those chords look like just by Googling them. If you really want me to, I can start adding the actual chord diagrams either on the screen or just in a downloadable PDF right below the backing track. And I can also add in scales and other stuff. That's going to be extra work for me. But if that's something that you feel like would better help you with these backing tracks, I will totally do that. I will put in the work. I just need you to pay your $20. I need you to give me money. Because this takes a lot of time to figure out what I'm going to record and make it available for you guys. So I do have a music theory course on my website called The Anatomy of Music. You can get that for a one-time payment, or you can also sign up for the All Access Bundle, which I know is a little pricey, but if you take into consideration everything it comes with, which is really everything on my site now and in the future, it's really cheaper than taking private lessons. And you can take it all, you can do it all at your own time. And you can feel free to ask me questions whenever you come across something that is stumping you. And yes, if you buy my courses, you get access to me 24/7. Just send me a message here on my website, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, either with a just like a typed message, or I can record myself like a short little video explaining something about your question, and then I can answer you directly. So think of this as I'm your private instructor, but through a website instead of you coming to my house. How about that? Blind Melon McFarland. That's right. Where's my sunglasses? Where's my sunglasses at? But yeah, let's go to here's the PV. It is kind of strange. Let me see where I'm at on time. Okay, I'm good. I'll go for a few more minutes here. I've been playing 7 strings for the last few weeks. So going back and playing a regular 6-string guitar does feel strange, because the neck, I know it's not smaller. I mean, it is smaller than a 7-string neck, but it just feels so much smaller now. Now that I have a 6-string in my hand, which is kind of strange, but so a good let's see. Let me take that pedal off. So a good reason to get a headless guitar, if you're thinking about getting one, is the size is obviously a little bit smaller, and the case is also smaller. So if you're traveling, if you're going on a plane, if you need to take a guitar with you, but you don't have a lot of room in your car, then a headless guitar is definitely a good option. Now on Amazon, there's a slew of headless guitars out there for way cheaper than what you can buy a Kiesel. I've never tried them. I'm sure they're fine. A lot of Amazon guitars also come with stainless steel frets. So the barrier to entry is definitely really low if that's the way you want to go. And so yeah, let me grab the case over here. So this is the case, which is a little bit smaller than your usual case. Actually, a lot smaller. So I could see myself taking this on a plane, planes, trains, and automobiles. John Candy, God rest his soul. And yeah, it's just, I'm going down to my parents' house for Christmas for a day. So I could throw this in the car and not take up as much room in the car and still have something to play and all that stuff. So now, one of those Boss IR2s, the Kemper Profiler Player, those are great for on the road, throw it in a bag type thing. But more than likely, I'll be taking my computer with me so I can check email and stuff like that. And if I had my computer, the little SSL 12 interface, I can just plug into the interface and then play through my plugins with headphones. Will not even have to have a actual physical device to play through. So real fast, let me do that. And then I'm going to actually work on a headrush video, because one of my other guitars, which is a 7-string, it has a piezo pickup system in it, which is really neat. And it actually sounds really good. And I figured out a way to have both electric and piezo on at the same time. But since it has a dual output on the guitar, I'm able to plug one cable into the normal guitar input, and then the other cable into the effects return left input. And I can switch those inputs per preset. Now, it'd be really cool if I could actually do that per scene, or per scene, but I can't do that right now. But per preset works just fine, or per rig works just fine. And I'm able to go from an electric sound on one rig to my acoustic sound on another rig without having to switch anything on the guitar. So it's all done with my foot. It'd be a great guitar to do like wedding gigs, paid commercial gigs of some sort if I ever want to get into that. Just take one guitar, take my headrush, take a little speaker, and I could do all kinds of cool like acoustic-y sounds. I could do my electric stuff, my rock stuff, my pop stuff, my jazz, all with one little rig there. So it'd be really neat. So I'm going to do that video tonight. We're going to go ahead and knock that out, and hopefully get it released either tomorrow or if not Thursday. And actually, it's already 10:14. I probably need to wrap up for tonight and not stay up all night and get so tired. I might do the video tomorrow, and then I'll have it uploaded for Thursday. How about that? But it is really neat. Let me make sure my volume is up here. You should be hearing that now. So this is the McFarland, the Polychrome DSP McFarland plug-in. It is rather large. It is rather large over here. Let's see what I can do about that. Check that. Okay, cool. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. All right, so there's the plug-in. This thing sounds great. I'm loving the 80s super lead. That sounds really good. Check the comments here. Randy Upchurch from Illinois. What's up? I am well. And he just arrived. So well, come on in, Randy. I've been playing a little head rush tonight. Been talking about Kemper. Been talking about Fedex. My Fedex girl. What up? Girlfriend. She's really nice. I really liked her a lot. And, as friends, obviously. And talked about Kemper, talked about Quilter, talked about Kiesel, the new Kiesel guitar. Let me show that off there, Randy. Bam. Look at that. And it has no headstock. Oh no, what happened? Doesn't have a headstock. Crazy, I know. All right. So yeah, this thing sounds pretty good. Where's my presets at? Actually, where is how do I get to preset folder? There is a user bank. Afterglow 3. All kinds of cool sounds in here. Where did I just see that? Let's see. I could go to the effects and maybe not do the grain delay. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of great inspiring tones in this plugin. So if you just sit at a computer all day, you just want to play a little bit, come up with little ditties, little all kinds of stuff. Let's see what we got. You can make it wider up here. So if you listen to the McFarland, Thomas McFarland on YouTube, he's also on Twitch, but he plays Kiesel headless guitars and also uses the, this is his plugin. He was using Neural DSP plugins and Ableton Live and all kinds of stuff, but now he just uses his plugin basically because he's putting all his tones in there. So this thing is great for just sitting around if you're in front of a computer with some headphones and just jamming. I'm actually going to give the rock fist to that one because that one sounds really good. Deep Love solo. I feel like I'm out of tune. That's interesting. All right, let's try this out. See where I'm at. That thing is pretty loud. There we are. Make sure they're about the same volume. I'm going to keep it on that tone. Then I'm going to go back to my backing tracks here because I can. I like this one. This is based on Russell Dickerson, Ride the Wave. So this is a cool little ditty. Let's see what we got. Here we go. 2, ready, go. Whoops, sorry. Let me tap tempo on this plug-in here. Where am I at? Where's my plug-in? There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Should be about 98 or so. I love this whammy bar. Let's go back to the other view. This view. Just little gentle nudges. Okay, I could play all night at this point. That's some sweet tones. Sweet tones. I'm all about the sweet tones. All right, so if you like that backing track and many, many more, then come on, pay your $20 and have some fun this year playing with some backing tracks. Yes, it does. The plugin is amazing. Plugins are amazing. Yeah. So many good sounds in here, honestly. Honestly, just so many good sounds. That was the Dream Kid solo. I'm going to do another rock fist for that one so I can save it. Drive Me Home. Let's tune with the plug-in, shall we? So you gotta pluck it, then you gotta turn these little things over here. Then as you do it, you push down, which makes it go sharp. So you kind of have to like turn, pluck again. Yeah, it's pretty close. Okay. My G string's flat. Bet you never heard that one before. Oh, man. It's definitely a different feeling. Actually, my other Kiesel headless is a little easier to tune because it doesn't have a trim on it. And it doesn't move back and forth as you're trying to turn the knobs. So everything's just a little flat. I do appreciate everyone hanging out with me tonight. This is my time once a week to at least just jam and kind of rewind, unwind from the day, from the week. Do whatever the crap I want. Alright, so that's more of a clean tone on that one. Every modern guitarist. Uh-oh. That's the pedal show theme song. It goes. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Filthy riff machine. That's not crazy, or is it a train? Something's glitching out. I'm not sure what it is. Weird. Final boss, yes. Wow, what is going on? Interesting. I like that one. Let's give that one a rock fist. For sure. First time in the casino. Uh-oh. Yeah, that one also deserves a rock fist. Ooh, rock horns. Aliens. So true. Checking up on the comments here. Wow, let me move myself out of the way. It's like a Strat with a Gibson headstock. Disease. That's right. The tuner on the plug-in, yeah, sure. I don't see why it wouldn't work. The only issue with this specific trim right here is, when you turn it, you push down on the trim, so it makes you go sharp. So you just kind of have to turn, retune, check your pitch, and then it should work just fine. Fist bump. Cool. All kinds of fun stuff. If you're interested in the plugin, I have no affiliate link or anything with this guy. It's just a great plugin, and he recently had it on sale during Black Friday and all that, 50% off. I paid over $100 for it whenever, like a few months ago, and it's been great. Actually, no, sorry. Earlier this year, I bought version whatever it was, version 1. And now they recently updated it to version 1.5 with the new GUI, more features. You can click on anything and do a MIDI learn option. So if you had a some kind of like MIDI controller, you can control it. You can control this plugin with any MIDI device. It does have the wall on there and an auto wall. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so I think the harder you pick, stuff like that. So pretty neat. Uh-oh, Future Lead 2. That sounds good. Alright guys, I could literally play all night, and I'm sure you want to sit there and watch me play all night. But I'm not going to succumb you to that. They have 50% off still, so there you go. If you like the plugin, go get it. It is a great plugin. Really, really good. They have acoustic sound, acoustic, which is like super clean. They have a clean sound, an edge sound, and a gain sound. 500 some odd presets. I mean, just all kinds of presets. And Appetite for Destruction. Let's see. Sure, why not? Sounds like Crazy Train. This may be an unpopular opinion, but Crazy Train is probably the worst recorded guitar tone ever. It just sounds like the mic is like off the cab. It's very roomy sounding. It's not direct. It's definitely a very 70s, 80s type recording. It's not very hi-fi at all. But, Randy Rhoads, he's a shredder. So what can you say about that? Erotic Nightmates riff. I don't know what that is. Fireflies. I don't know what I'm playing. For the Love of God by Steve Vai. All right, there you go. That was good. Miracle Man. Miracle Man. I don't know what that song is. I'm all right. Neurotica dry. Yeah. Neurotica lead. Ninja Europe. No idea. Running with the Devil. I don't know if that's how you play it, but it's an Satch Boogie. No idea. Surfing with the Alien. I don't know how to play it. Symphony of Destruction. I don't know how to play that song. Tender Surrender. Oh gosh. I don't know how to play that one either. Tossin Ambient. Tossin Clean. White Lion. That sounds good. I'll give that the rock fist. No idea. You and Diamond Dave. Axe Layer. Cleep Slap. Low Banger. Mid Gang Growler. Rider FM. Riff Grit. Sparkle Slap. No idea. Anyway, if you want to check out the plugin, I mean, I could literally sit here all night and just have fun, but you're probably bored by now, I'm sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below. I will update the live stream with all the affiliate links to Amazon and Sweetwater. And make sure to check out the website for all my courses, my backing tracks, anatomy and music, recording, production course, all the headrush, all the fractal Kemper packs that I have, or rigs and presets that I sell. All that's a one-time fee, and whenever I update it, it's just a free update for you guys. So buy it once for life, never pay again. It's a good deal for everybody. So thanks, guys, for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.